Welcome back. I'll try not to be too long on this one, but there's quite the story behind it. Yes, the Bebop Power, the black one, was in my closet for almost a year. The last time I flew it was April, maybe the end of March of last year. And through no fault of my own, I've just never flown it. And I've kind of forgotten about it until a couple of days ago, 3 days ago. I was online and I was having a conversation with a few people, and I was explaining how I really loved the Zino and all this kind of stuff. And I was in no uncertain terms told, well, don't forget there's the Bebop. If you're looking at inexpensive $200 drones, you've got to include the Bebop too. Well, here's a story before we get into the whole flight. I did take it for a flight. Here's a little story for you. And there's the Bebop there. Okay, it's Bebop 2 Power slash Pro. And I'll run a clip here of what's in the package in a little while, and I'll explain what happened. 2 years ago, let's say, I bought a Bebop 2 FPV pack from Best Buy. And if you go back a couple of years on my videos, you'll see my whole saga with Bebop 2 and my interaction with Parrot customer service, which they're excellent. The best I've had so far. They were excellent. Up until the point where Parrot, about a year ago, stopped doing any warranty work in Canada. If you bought a Bebop product or any Parrot product in Canada, the only place you could get any warranty work done was if you had an American address in the States. So if you had to have a part replaced or you had to ship it back, you had to pay for shipping. It went back to the States. They shipped it back, but you paid for shipping, and it would only come back to an American address. And then you had to go pick it up or have it shipped again. Before that, they would pay for everything. It was in Illinois, and I'd ship my Bebop back to Illinois, and they'd ship me a replacement. I think I went through 4 replacements or even more. It got to the point where it was a little ridiculous, and they didn't know what was going on. It all had to do with focus issues, and we kind of remedied that. So there's 3 main people that I consider online that do an exemplary job on the Bebops. Foremost would be Anthony Vlog, who knows the Bebop inside out and backwards and has experimented with reprogramming and taking the cameras apart, adjusting focal lengths, putting thermal paste on them. He knows everything there is to know about the Bebop. Then there's Big D from Florida, Drone Worship. He knows a ton of stuff about Bebop. And then there's MrKent.com. He did an extensive amount of studying with the Bebop. But I digress. So way back when I got my Bebop, I had some focal issues. They said there was a battery problem, there was an aircraft problem, send it back. So I sent it back, and they shipped me another one. Same thing happened again, and again, and again, and again. The end result was about Christmas of 2 years ago, they sent me, by mistake or whatever, they said, we'll send you a complete FPV kit. Send us everything you've got, and we'll just replace everything for you. So, okay, so I did that. Well, it got miscommunicated, and I was dealing with a couple of different reps, and happenstance happens, they sent me 2 replacements. 2 replacements. And I'll run this little clip here. Here's the package they sent me. They sent me 2 of them. Complete, full, backpack, everything. So, have a look at this. This is the kit I was talking about. The one I have. I sold the other one. But it comes with the Sky Controller 2, the Bebop Power, I call it the Pro because it's got 32 gigs of internal storage. It comes with a complete 2 other sets of props. It comes with 2 power blocks with cables. It comes with 1, 2, 3 batteries and the case, all from Parrot. And they sent me 2 of these kits by accident, I guess. But this is the kit it comes with. It's the exact same kit as that comes with the Bebop Power Pro, except in that full kit there's the thermal camera that comes in here. It didn't send that, so this is like a hybrid kit. Okay, so this is what I've been flying today. I know, right? Kind of weird. So they sent me 2 of them. I actually sold one of them, and this one is on Kijiji for sale as well. But it stayed in my closet for a year, hence the thumbnail that says it finally came out of the closet. Well, because I was talking to these people, Anthony Vlog, MrKent.com, and Big D in Florida, and they got me to realize that I had this Bebop and I should take it out and fly it. So it hadn't been out of the box. I took it out of the box, charged up the batteries, hooked it up, made sure there was nothing wrong with it, compass calibrations, everything, and took it out for a flight. It seemed to work fine. So here's the clip of the flight from today. I should mention before we start that the only reason I don't fly the Bebop, or hadn't flown the Bebop, was A, it was only 1080p, but then again, that's really all I ever capture my video in. But the main issue was, if it's below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, the Bebop series cameras have an issue with focusing. It gets a little out of focus if the weather's cold. Well, in this clip we're going to see today, it's minus 12, minus 15 degrees Celsius. So when it starts out, it's almost crystal clear. And as it goes out and comes back, you'll notice it gets a little bit less in focus. That's the only issue. If it was summertime, it would be great. I must admit, I must have had my head in the clouds with the Zino, because the first second that I took the Bebop into the air, you could tell it was a quality product. It was perfect. It flew perfectly. It hovered perfectly. It maneuvered perfectly. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. Everything worked just great. So for a drone that's under $200 or around $200, if you can find them, you've got to put the Bebop 2 in with all that. And if you'll notice, I'll put another little slide up here. My Bebop has a 32 gigabyte onboard memory. Now, all the other Bebop 2s and Bebop Powers have 8 gigabytes. Mine has 32. It's a hybrid. So Parrot sent me 2 kits with hybrid Bebop Power drones. They're the exact same drone as they put in their Bebop Pro version, which is the thermal camera drone for the Bebop series, without the camera. The camera's about $400. So they sent me 2 of these hybrid 32 gigabyte onboard. So the hardware inside is the exact same hardware that the thermal Bebop has. So kind of lucky. And with 32 gigabytes, I can do an awful lot of flying with that one. Okay, so let's run the clip. Let's run today's flight. And it's just a quick out and back just to make sure everything worked. And you'll notice a little bit of fuzziness when it's coming back, but when the temperature gets warmer, I think I'll be flying it a lot more.
we're going to go across. We're out 72 meters, we're out at 80 meters, we're up 41 meters. This is 69% in the battery. We're just going to go out to the lake and come back. And automatically, one thing I love about this is it automatically starts the video and automatically stops the video. So we're going to have some fun here. This is an amazing craft. There it is. A little black dot up there, I can still see it. It's getting out over the lake there. We're at 225 meters. And .300 meters. 56%, 66%. Still green, everything's green. 76 on the controller. I haven't used this in a year, so it's pretty good. So let's do a short pan around and we'll come back. It's 1080p and we're at 65%. And let's do a short. We're at full yaw. There we go, a bit better. Okay, and you can tell exactly when it's facing me, so it's facing me there. So it'll come right back. See that little grid line there? Beautiful. So it's getting a little colder, so I'm assuming that the 1080p is going to be a little bit fuzzy right now. But we're coming back. And we're at 41 meters up, and we're coming back. We're at 270 meters away. And it's an amazing little craft. Here we come. Beautiful. You hear it? Wrong way. There we go. I love that orientation. This one actually works. The Mavic Mini one doesn't. There we go. Come right down the driveway. There it is. We're going to come down. And down we come. There we go, we're at 56%. Tell you though, this controller, when you get the GPS, it's amazing. Down we come.
And what do you think of that? For me, it was pretty impressive. Right off the get-go, I could tell it was going to be an amazing flight. It's just so responsive, so nice. The Sky Controller 2 controller is amazing. It just feels right. It's nice. It's got about a kilometer range, I think, the Power has. But I'm not going to fly that far. So it's got a solid connection, responds beautifully. The only thing I wish I had have done was purchase the flight plan so I could get the waypoints. Originally it was about $19, $18. Now it's $22, and I don't think I'll be flying it enough to get the use out of the waypoints. My Anafi, I have the flight plan for that one, but it was only 99 cents. So, in conclusion, I'd like to give a special thanks to Big D in Florida, and I understand he absolutely loves the Bebop, and he can't fly it enough. And if I were in Florida, I'd fly it a lot more because the temperature would be such that I'd get phenomenal video. It is 1080p. It's digitally stabilized, so it doesn't have any axes, and it's amazing technology for Parrot, and I just can't say enough about it. It's an amazing craft. Yes, the Zino is a great bird, but another kudos, thanks Dan for opening my eyes and saying that you've really got to consider the Bebop as one of the best $200 drones on the market. And even in 2020, it's still worth a look at. If you can find them, they're hard to find. But as I say, mine sat on the shelf for a year. I charged the batteries and out we went. You just have to make sure you get enough satellites for GPS. However, it'll fly without GPS. It'll just wander in the wind. And a final note in closing. Have I given up on the Zino? No. It's a great bird. It does have limitations. It is a little finicky, but the Bebop Power, you just cannot get over how controllable that drone is. You could put that through an open car window and not have any fear of hitting anything. It doesn't jerk, it doesn't move around. You can fly that thing under a fence. It's incredible. The Zino is not that maneuverable, but if you're just going out and you want some really good video in any weather, I mean the Zino will fly in any weather, freezing cold weather, and still give you really good video. The Bebop won't, and the Bebop is digitally stabilized. So it is restricted, but as far as technology goes, for a, 3.5, 4-year-old bird, the Bebop is still one of the best. Just the experience of flying it was amazing. And I will be flying it a lot more. And we'll see what happens. Haven't given up on the Zino, and I am expecting the Zino 2 by the end of this month, maybe. And we'll do the comparisons. I think what I will be doing is a comparison between all my drones at some point. So I've got the Anafi, the Bebop, the Mini, the Zino Pro, and hopefully the Zino 2. So stay tuned, and we'll see you on the next one.